Okay. So I wanted to do a comforting ramble for those with gender dysphoria or feel uncomfortable with their gender or just how they look or in their own skin. And I may not be the most qualified person to talk about this, but hopefully I can still comfort some people. Okay. So, I need to start with saying that having a different gender identity than your sex is perfectly natural. Like, when we're born, we're basically separated into two categories, right? Males and females. Basically, the main difference is, what parts we have, which really isn't that much of a difference. And of course, there are people born in between or with different levels of hormones or different body parts, all that kind of stuff. What I'm saying is that we kind of just assign a gender identity based on what you're born with at birth. We kind of say that, if you're a male, you should hide your emotions, you should be violent, you should be strong, you should be tough, you should like trucks and action figures, and, before you're even born, before we know anything about you, we're already saying what's acceptable to do, what it's acceptable to be, what's acceptable to feel. And with women, with females, we're saying you're allowed to be emotional, but you can't be strong or violent or outgoing. You have to be passive and wait for guys to approach you. You should like dolls, you should like pink, you should like dressing up and makeup. And none of that really makes any sense. It's just something that we force upon babies before they even know anything about the world. We're already telling them what to think, what to do, how to dress, how to feel. And when we grow up, we don't always feel that way anymore. Maybe you're a boy that likes dresses, wants to have emotions, doesn't want to be violent and fight people, and wants to be passive and shy. Or maybe you're a strong-willed girl and don't want to wait for a guy to tell you what to do. And if you feel really uncomfortable with your gender identity, some people shift. They become non-binary, they associate with the opposite gender. They become a fluid gender, go back and forth. It doesn't really matter. That's completely up to you. No one should have a say of what gender you feel like you should be. You should have any personality, any emotions, dress any way you want. And I know how hard it is. People in our society aren't really accepting of that. People are really hard-lined on what they think a girl should look like, what they think a guy should look like, and that there shouldn't be any between, any other. And some people, especially older people, are probably never going to change that outlook. But that's okay, because there are a lot of people that understand, that know how arbitrary these gender roles are, how stupid they are, how painful they are for some people. And, just being able to identify as a different gender is so fucking brave in this society. Just knowing how much backlash you'll get, even just from yourself, is really so brave and strong. I'm really proud of anybody who can identify as transgender, or gender fluid, or non-binary. I think it takes a whole lot of guts. I know how hard it must be. But you're entitled to whatever pronouns you want. It's not difficult to call you what pronouns you want. And it's really easy. People make a big fuss about it. People are always going to dig their heels in and resist change. But you're strong, you're brave, you're tough. And I hope you have friends that understand around you. Especially younger people are really understanding about it. That you should be able to have any body type, any personality type, any emotions, anything you want according to how you feel. There is no right and wrong. There's only these archaic things that we have done, these two little boxes that we forced people into. And it's done so much damage to people. People have been so emotionally hurt because they don't feel like they fit in. And they don't feel good enough, and they feel like an outcast. They feel so bad about themselves because these horrible two boxes that we try to fit people in. And you shouldn't have to fit into those boxes. You're your own unique person. There's 7 billion people on this planet. How can we fit everybody into 2 boxes? It's crazy. You be you. You dress how you want to dress, how you feel comfortable dressing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. There's millions of people like you out there that don't feel like they fit in. Probably more. And you're just one of the people that have been brave enough to do something about it. And I'm proud of you for that. Blaze your new path. Be unique and strong and amazing. That doesn't make you less of a person. To be yourself, to be an individual, to be unique. That makes you more of a person, if anything. And it makes those around you that don't feel comfortable with it in their own skin. It helps them out too. There are so many of them. And you can be an icon, an inspiration. Help people like that feel more comfortable. You know, change the world, one person at a time. I'm really proud of you for tossing the gender you were assigned with at birth, this archaic notion that says that whatever body parts you're born with should also be how your personality is. For being willing to toss that aside even though it was probably ingrained into you. That's really hard to rip out all those cables, all those wires telling you how you should behave, and to feel normal. It's gonna be really hard, and you're gonna have really hard days. You're gonna feel different, and you're gonna feel bad for it some days. You've received so much conditioning saying it's bad to be unique, to be different than a male or female. And you're probably gonna believe it some days. And that's okay to have bad days. But you have to know you're strong. You have to know you're brave. You have to admit how hard this is. And you have to acknowledge that. It takes a whole lot of guts to do that. To toss your gender role aside. And I'm proud of you for it. Even if you're not. And that's my ramble. I just want you guys to know it's okay. To know you should never have to feel ashamed. And maybe I'm not the person who should be saying this, but I wanted to say it anyway. And I hope I could make at least some of you more comfortable in your own skin. To feel better about yourselves. Be proud of yourselves. Blaze your own path. Be unique. Love you guys. Bye-bye.